So let's say there are two prostitutes.
Why do I get the impression that this analogy is going to be shit?
One has no teeth in their mouth at all, and the other has a full set of teeth. One would argue that, well, since this prostitute has more teeth in their mouth, that means they give better blowjobs.
Kind of a weird point to make, especially given that the entire point of sexual fetishes are completely and totally subjective from person to person, which explains why there's some fetishes in the world that I would never go near.
But we all know that gum jobs are the best blowjobs, and the one that has no teeth gives the best blowjobs.
Which is your opinion and your opinion alone. As for me, I would never let someone who has no teeth near my dick because there's probably a reason why they have no teeth, and that's fucking disgusting. Dear God, what's up with your camera?
So let's apply that logic to PC gaming and console gaming.
Because that's a logical comparison to make.
PCs have more exclusive games, PCs have more games, but we all know that console exclusive games are better games than PC exclusives.
That is subjective from person to person. Just because you say it does not make it true for other people.
Let's look at all these shitty indie games that keep coming out on PC. Well, PC has more games. PC's objectively superior because it has more games. More games. More games. I keep hearing this, but it's bullshit.
It is not bullshit, CJ. It is objectively provable with facts and data, which makes it objectively true.
And that's why PC gamers keep begging for ports of console exclusives, and people who do that automatically admit that console games are better than PC exclusives.
No, that's not how any of this works. Putting up a tweet or putting up a petition asking for a console exclusive to be ported to the PC is not begging, it's asking. And the entire point you made about admitting console exclusives are better, that is really stupid, and I'll explain why. Let's say, hey, I want to play Pokemon Sun and Moon. That does not mean I admit that Pokemon Sun and Moon is better than Pokemon Emerald, for example.
It's because I can literally, right now, make a game. It would be very, very, very bad. It would be horrible quality. But it would be considered a PC exclusive because literally anybody can make a fucking game on a PC. Anybody.
Yes, that's true. So, what's the problem here?
Now people might argue, well, that makes PC better because it has more freedom and anyone can make a game on a PC. Yeah, but most of them are cancer, most of them are shit. Like, what the hell's your point? You know what I mean?
It's generally not a good idea to counter an objective statement like PC has more exclusives with a subjective one like, oh, all of them are cancer, all of them are shit. Like I said before, just because you said it does not make it true for everyone.
And you know, you look at all these console exclusives. Look at The Last of Us. Look at Uncharted. Look at Until Dawn. Heavy Rain. They're amazing, amazing, amazing games. Amazing.
Cool, fantastic, spectacular. You had an amazing time with these games. Okay, don't you want more people to be able to experience them too?
And they're never coming to PC.
No, of course you don't.
Heavy Rain's never coming to PC. Uncharted is never coming to PC. And the only people who are downplaying that, being like, oh, it's not a big deal, are fucking idiotic fanboys that should never be taken seriously.
You just labeled all of these people who don't really care whether or not these exclusives come to PC, who may not even want to even play these games, as idiotic fanboys. Why do I get so much negativity? Why does no one like my content?
So, I don't understand the whole thing with like, oh yeah, PC is better than consoles because there are more games on a PC. Quality over quantity. And this is, you can even argue at it from an objective standpoint too.
How can you say that one game is better than another truly through objective means? I'm genuinely curious.
Because all the console exclusives, commercially, critically, they are better games. Look at Metacritic reviews.
Metacritic isn't really objective though, is it? Almost all reviews have some degree of subjectivity to them.
Look at game sales.
Popularity does not denote quality in any way, shape, or form.
They're better games. They do better, and they're better.
I said it. Therefore, it is correct. By the way, you haven't got us like you think you do. But I'll play your game. You mentioned The Last of Us, which has a 95 critic score and a 9.0 user score. Both very good. Here's where things start to get a little iffy. Uncharted 4 has a 93 Metacritic score, but a 7.9 user score. Still both good scores, but the disparity should be noted, especially after 7,231 ratings. Until Dawn, on the other hand, has a 79 critic score and an 8.2 user score. And finally, rounding things off, we have Heavy Rain, which has a 78 critic score and a 7.7 user score. I would consider these okay scores, but not really anything worth touting about like a badge of honor. But now, it is time to see how the PC exclusives measure up. For those of you that weren't counting, that was 42 games. And I didn't nearly get them all, I just limited myself to both 90 critic score and up and 8.0 user score and up. But, what about the games you can play on mobile, huh? Those aren't PC exclusive. Okay, if you take away the 6 games on that list that you could play on a mobile or iPad or something like that, that still leaves you with 36 games to your 4. And before you say, well, all those are old games, like Uncharted 4, like The Last of Us, like Heavy Rain, like Until Dawn, we can still play these games.
They have most of these console exclusive games besides The Order 1886, because that game is garbage. But most console exclusive games get amazing reviews.
You named 4 examples and half of them didn't have a review score above 80 or 8.0.
They get 10 out of 10s. They get 9.5 out of 10s. You know why? Because they are of great quality.
Well, duh. The game has to be of quality to get generally good reviews. Also, the all-time list of highest scores for PS4 games. All PS4 games, not just exclusives, only stay in the 90s for the first 17 games, whereas the all-time list for PC, all 100 games on the first page are all 90 and up.
I can only name one console exclusive this generation that was shit. Actually, 2 console exclusives this generation that were shit compared to the many ones that have been released over the years. And that would be Halo 5, because that game was crap, and The Order 1886. And also, I'm going to quickly address the whole Microsoft thing. People will be like, well, PC is a bigger market than consoles.
This literally has nothing to do with the purpose of your video, which is to debunk the claim that PC has more exclusives than consoles, which actually you haven't done. You've only said that, oh, PC may have more exclusive games, but they're all shit and they're all cancer, which isn't an argument.
PC's a bigger market than consoles. I know I've already debunked this, but let me just repeat my shit.
And I'll repeat mine, given how I responded to that video, but you have not acknowledged it.
PC's a bigger market. That's why Xbox exclusives are coming to PC.
So Microsoft can expand their horizons and make more money in the process?
Oh yeah. If PC was a bigger market, why are companies like Rockstar not making their games on PC? If PC was a huge market and they would make more money on PC, why did GTA 5 take 2 years to come out on PC?
Because they were making it so that it had graphical options. You know, one of the staples of PC gaming. Player choice. Ever heard of it?
Why is Red Dead Redemption never on PC? Why is Red Dead Redemption 2 not coming to PC? Why are all these games, these multi-platform games that are on Xbox One and PS4, why are so many of them not coming to PC? If PC is such a bigger market, try explaining that, fanboys. Checkmate. Checkmate.
It's true. This does kind of confuse me why Rockstar would not say anything about whether or not it's releasing on PC, and just say that it will be released on the consoles, despite the possible market and possible profits they could make if they released it on the platform. Which is honestly why I believe that it eventually will.
It's also because consoles better. Consoles are better than PC.
Why? Give us a reason.
And during that debate, I was talking about, yes, it is an objective benefit that PCs have more games. Sure, that's an objective benefit.
Then what the fuck is your video doing with a title like PC has more exclusives debunked?
But the whole objective bullshit doesn't tell the whole story. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Exactly, which is why the examples I gave of the PC exclusives earlier shine all the brighter.
Just like when you're looking at objective numbers about the whole PC's a bigger market, I debunk that shit. Objective raw numbers don't tell the whole story. I debunk that with irrefutable evidence.
Like how most of the money generated by the PC market doesn't count because it wasn't generated by real games. And yet here I am being the one criticized for not knowing what subjectivity and objectivity is.
So that's the whole thing about PC market being bigger. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. If you're an idiotic fanboy, your mind's gonna be blown away.
I think we all know who the real idiotic fanboy is here, CJ.
But the whole PCs have more games and they have more exclusives being an objective benefit is, well, they could easily be debunked, and I debunked that greatly in this video. I debunked that to shit. I did a great job debunking that. Yay for me. Yay for me.
Keep patting yourself on the back when your entire counter-argument was, I think PC exclusives are cancer, I think PC exclusives are shit.
So, that's why when people talk about how PC exclusives, PCs have more exclusives, because that's what the fanboys always say. Well, we have more games, so we're better. Quality over quantity, people.
Sure, but why not both?
Quality over quantity. You'll never be able to play Uncharted. You'll never be able to play Bloodborne. You'll never be able to play all these other amazing exclusive games that will never be able to be played on a PC ever. You'll never be able to do it.
Dear God, as much as you say you hate JTech TV, you sure do sound like him. And it's a bit disingenuous to say we'll never be able to play them, because, emulators are a thing.
And, it's you're kind of admitting defeat when people like Top Hats consistently beg for console exclusives to come to PC.
What's wrong with wanting games? I wanted Bloodborne when it came out, but I didn't want to tack on an extra $300 fee just to play the game. Does that make me a beggar?
You're kind of admitting that consoles have better exclusives when you do that.
No, we're not.
So thank you. Thank you for proving my point, you idiots. Thank you.
You're welcome, and keep the change, you filthy animal.
So that's what I gotta say about this whole PC versus console thing. One of the main issues that PC gamers always say, one of the main points that PC gamers always say is, well, PC is better because it has more games. Yeah, sure.
My, you're charming.
Just debunked the shit out of that, so.
Whatever you say.
Good job. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys later.
Indeed. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.